Hello and welcome to You Don't Know Jack. My name is Chris Brown.
And I'm Hubert Maitland.
And we're recording on Thursday, August 1st. Happy
1st.
August to you, sir.
Happy.
Fall is right around the corner.
Yes, even though the temperatures won't drop until like November. So we've got to 3 more months before we can actually enjoy a week of spring, of fall. Just a week. Just a week.
We usually get a little bit of a wind chill, a cold front in late September around here in Chattanooga.
Yeah, but then it goes right back up to the 80s and 90s.
That's true.
For
Very true.
An obscene amount of time. And then it just goes to a week of comfortability. And then nothing but cold misery for a little bit.
Miserable.
Climate change,
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's totally a thing. It's not fake at all. It's not a problem.
You don't think it's
need
fake?
to handle it.
You don't think it's fake?
I don't.
You don't think this is Chris's conspiracy corner?
I mean, I think that we are negatively affecting our climate. I don't know if we really have the ability to stop what's already in motion.
What's in motion? Pray tell.
Yeah. I mean, we're going down. We're going down, guys. Don't look up. We're going down.
Is this the beginning of the end? Deadpool versus Wolverine.
Wait, did you see that?
No.
Sorry, we're off the rails. I was about to be like, hey, was that good? Or should I go see that? Anywho.
We're not sponsored by them, so yeah.
And our conspiracy podcast is not currently up yet. We're still working on that one. Still working on that one.
Side note, did Johnson just make another catch on the sideline? The same catch he made on another quarterback like a half ago? Oh, come on, man. Ooh. That's the second time. For those who are listening, we are watching the Hall of Fame game, the Texans versus the Bears. Oh, that's not a catch. That is not a catch.
I think he had his arm under it.
That is not a catch.
Let's see.
That is not. He has no control. Oh, it moves.
Oh, yeah, it moves.
It moves.
Nose of the football
He probably
hit the
has
dirt.
a concussion, too. So
yeah,
they probably
his
should
helmet
check
came
that.
off.
Yeah, they should probably check that. But anyway.
Replay.
Anyway, again, off the rails. But go ahead. We'll hit your point.
Wait, what?
You had a point. Conspiracy.
If I had a point, I don't remember the point. That point was like, for me, a year ago in my brain.
We were talking about the conspiracy.
Conspiracy. Gotcha. Yes. We have another podcast that will release eventually one day when it's not in our minds, but on actual digital format, digital audio. But yeah, this is our sports podcast. So thanks for joining us on YDKJ Podcast. Please follow us at YDKJ Podcast on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, you name it. We even got a Pinterest for some reason. Man, now I'm thinking about Thanksgiving dinner.
I want beans, greens, potatoes, tomatoes.
Yeah, exactly. And Thanksgiving football. Boom, boom, boom. NFL football. I don't even know if we'll be able to find it. It's probably going to be on Peacock and CBS and Netflix.
Just go ahead and get your 7 subscriptions.
Seriously, it's back to cable, man.
Who cares about the NFL Sunday ticket? Which I'm still waiting for my money, by the way. I'm still waiting for my $5.
Breaking news: the judge just tossed out the verdict, so we may not get our money, man.
That's some.
The NFL was ordered to pay $4.7 billion in damages to previous subscribers of DirecTV's Sunday ticket offering. But apparently they appealed the ruling, and the judge tossed out the case and the verdict. And so we'll see what happens.
Which politician did they have to lobby to do that?
All of them.
Nancy
Pelosi.
Why would you do that? Yeah. My thing is, I want my money. Like Verizon. You know how Verizon, when there's you don't have Verizon, do you? No, you don't have Verizon.
I mean, not directly, indirectly.
Yeah.
Straight talk.
Let's go. I'm headed that way too.
For all the budgeters out there.
Yeah, I'm headed that way too. Verizon's super expensive for no reason. But Verizon, whenever there's a blackout, I'm going to tell Verizon's secret. Whenever there's a blackout and it's their fault, guess what we get in return?
$0.
a $5 credit on our line per line.
Per line. I was about to say $5 for all lines. That's ridiculous.
$5 per line. I mean,
Yeah.
$5. It's kind of like what was it? CrowdStrike. This
Yeah.
is way beside the point. Did you hear about this?
Yeah, I heard that they were giving out like $10
Uber Eats card.
Yeah. Like what in the world? You gotta be kidding.
And that
us.
doesn't even give you a full meal. That gives you like tip.
Yeah, Uber Eats the transaction fee, delivery fee alone is like $10.
My goodness. Yeah. Anyways, this is not a. This is beside the point.
I mean, now I have conspiracies on the mind. I've got food on my mind. I'm getting hangry. And then
Do you have Georgia on your mind?
Georgia. Yep, just a little bit.
Okay.
Because I got to go there on Saturday for a flight. So
Well, yeah.
yeah, fun times.
Yeah.
It's just a lot going on, man.
Are you taking Delta?
I am taking Delta actually.
Oh, you might be there for a while.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I might not make it. I might not make it for my trip. Ooh, he got tripped up.
I thought he thought his ankle was gone, boy. Sheesh, McGeesh.
Good run,
he
though.
done for. He
Yeah, the defensive.
probably shouldn't have tackled low. I mean, I'm trying to read those things real quick. Teams now receive a third challenge. That's dumb. Ruling of a passer down by contact or out of bounds before throwing the pass is now reviewable. About time. We're just reading notable changes to the NFL rules. The Rules Committee was busy these past 2 years.
Yeah,
So-
they've been making some changes, and I can't wait. This is not a rules change, but I can't wait for 18 weeks of NFL football.
18 weeks.
Just gonna
Actually,
throw that out there.
technically, 18 plus 3, because nothing.
Siri's so helpful. So helpful, Siri. Siri, can you tell me how to get to Sesame Street?
How to get to Sesame Street. Okay, this podcast is officially off the rails today.
I have no idea what's going on.
What was in the watermelon I ate today? You know what the funny thing is? Well, I went to the store today, and I didn't mean to come out with anything except for my.
Wait, what? You go to the store for nothing?
Let me back up. I went to the store to get my prescription that I need to take, and I went in there just to get prescription and come out.
Yeah.
But I went in there and came out with chicken and watermelon.
What in the Negro? Oh my!
I was like, that is the blackest thing I could have ever done. Is come out of there with chicken and watermelon.
Oh my goodness!
I embodied the stereotype real fast.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong. The chicken and the watermelon was immaculate. That was wonderful.
I bet you it was delicious.
It was.
Finger licking good.
I mean, I'll tell you what. I picked the best watermelon that I could have ever picked. It was sweet.
Nice.
It was ripe. It was you know how it's kind of like how ripe watermelon is kind of like rough a little bit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about? Like
Yep.
you know
Yep.
that feeling? Oh, it was.
It kind of just like you don't have to bite that hard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was perfect. It was perfect. And so I got that, and the chicken was lemon pepper, so it was fantastic.
Dang, bro. Who are you? Martin Luther King?
Yes, we overcame hunger with some lemon
pepper wings
chicken.
and watermelon.
So I just wanted to go ahead and put it out there that that's probably the blackest thing I did today.
I respect it. Now I feel like I gotta go buy a Black and Mild or something.
we don't support smoking on the show.
No,
so,
definitely not. Definitely not. No
smoking
tobacco.
or drinking. Staying cool, kids.
No drugs.
Stay in school, kids.
No drugs.
Yeah, stay in school.
Unless it's prescribed. To you, not to somebody else. Don't steal it. Opioid addiction is real. Get help.
You know what's funny? Along the lines of sports, there's the commercials for betting and stuff. ESPN's coming out with their betting app or whatever.
Yeah.
But
we got to come out with ours.
Huh?
We got to come out with our betting app.
We need to.
We really do.
Definitely need to.
It's going to be the anti-betting app.
You ain't gonna get addicted.
Yeah, exactly.
To the addiction that is.
No, you can place your bet. It's just going to help you out. We're going to have a savings account.
You can't touch it.
Yeah, exactly. An account for your kids, investments.
All of that's gonna come to me. So it's all good.
Yeah, we're gonna make money, but
yeah, we're gonna charge you interest on the money that you bet. Yeah, but there's a what's it called? On the commercial underneath it says have a betting problem.
Yep.
Call blah 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 blah, and I'm like, you're literally betting. You're literally gambling, and then they're like trying to get you help from the gambling. It's like saying, well, let me get a good. Hey, he's all over the field tonight. It's like saying, I'm gonna sell you some alcohol. I know you're an alcoholic, but at the bar we're gonna have Alcoholics Anonymous. That way, as you're drinking, you can get help for your drinking as you're drinking.
Yeah.
What kind of nonsense is that?
Yeah.
Okay, I found this on the web for as you're drinking. Check it out.
Siri's trying to be so helpful in this
Siri's on it
podcast.
tonight.
Oh my goodness.
Stop. You need to calm down, Siri.
Yeah, it's like if McDonald's had a gym. It's like some things just don't belong together.
Hey man, don't talk about McDonald's like that though.
Somebody said to me the other day, "Oh, our barber. Well, my barber.
I don't have. Our barber. Hey,
It used to be our barber.
I ain't got no hair. I'm bald as a. Hey, no, don't do me like that, man.
My bad, man. I didn't mean
Like
to.
that. Don't do me like that, man.
But you know our barber. I don't have to say his name, but he was
I know.
McDonald's chicken is better than Chick-fil-A chicken, and I was like, what? Like it doesn't taste better.
The math is not mathing right now.
Yeah, but I mean, Chick-fil-A did downgrade their chicken. Why are we talking about chicken again?
Why were you talking about anything besides sports right now? Like,
Seriously, I think it's just too early.
Pretty good though. Not gonna lie.
I feel like we're hungry, but we shouldn't eat.
It's
way too late.
So,
you just say.
I ate like an hour ago. Wait, it's 9. It's 2. I ate 3 hours ago. 2 hours ago. I'm not. I should be good.
Yeah, I'm not hungry.
But,
I ate
Fortnite.
like earlier.
Fortnite. Not the game. The Taco Bell Fortnite.
What is Taco Bell Fortnite?
The Fortnite, like the meal at midnight.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, back in the day when they used to do like fourth meal or whatever they called it.
Yeah, Fortnite or whatever. Not the game. Although, if anybody has a Fortnite game that they want to sell me, I'd gladly take it.
I think technically it's free.
Is it free?
Yeah, I think it's technically free to download, but then there's like in-app purchases and stuff.
I mean, can I get most of the game free?
Yeah,
Off of PS4? Is it PS4?
yeah. I actually had it downloaded and I played a couple times, but yeah, like you just have to either play a lot or buy stuff to level up.
Boo. Anyway.
Yeah, man.
So
Good
back to
times.
football.
Yeah.
Totally a sports podcast. Totally a sports podcast.
Absolutely.
You want to start off? You got something you want? You got your Bengals? You got news from the Bengals organization?
Yeah, this is gonna be quick. I think starting with me makes
sense. It's gonna be as quick as Joey's blonde hair.
Yeah. I mean that was a rash and impulsive decision by him. But yeah, Joe Burrow now looks like what's his name from wrestling? Cody Rhodes.
I was gonna say he looked like Cisco.
a white Cisco.
Man looks like Cisco with the blonde hair.
Yeah.
He can do the
Yeah, but he dyed it blonde, full on blonde hair. He was like, I got bored, I wanted to do it, and then he also said that defensive tackle B.J. Hill now has to do it. I guess there was some sort of pact or bet that Joey wouldn't do it. So B.J. Hill, you're up next, man. See if you get it done. See if you can go blonde too. Apparently, Jamar Chase also cut his braids. So, hopefully this means business for the Bengals because we haven't been taking care of business in the end in recent years. Obviously, injuries have definitely hurt us. But as we open up training camp, as we decide, or not decide, as the season gets underway, we should decide as a team to take everything serious, get off to a good start for the first time in forever.
For the first time in forever.
Is that Frozen?
That is Frozen.
I was like, wait, that sounds familiar.
Daily.
Sounds
Sometimes
familiar.
multiple times a day.
I've only seen that movie like once. It's crazy.
I wish I'd never seen it. So. I watched the little.
And I
watched
wish
the
I
little
never
shows.
met her at all.
I watched the little 20-minute short shows at least twice a day.
Wait, Frozen has short shows?
Yeah, on
Bro.
Disney Plus.
They are making money.
Yeah, they got the Disney Plus got them all. Trust me, knows it all.
It's crazy. Does she know Baby Shark?
Of course.
Yes. Yes. Baby Shark. All right. Anyways, back to the Bengals, not the Sharks. Yeah, so I'm hoping that everybody's taking it seriously. They're all about business. This is fun for them right now, but there's a lot going on. We've got T. Higgins, who obviously was not happy with the franchise tag, but decided to just sign the deal. And
Loyal
said,
friend, a loyal wide receiver.
yes, loyal wide receiver. He's locking in. I'm hoping all the other players lock in as well. We got. You know how to say his last name, the tight end, Mike Gesicki. Gesicki. Yeah, he's been balling out in training camp. As much as you can ball out. But I listened to an interview that NFL Network did with him earlier today, and I was just like, okay, he's got his mind right. He said, I haven't been in a winning position. I think he was what the Dolphins and Patriots?
Yeah.
And so, the Bengals, we need a tight end. And he was like, yeah, I'm going to fill that void. And I'm definitely going to look forward to playing games in February. Mm-hmm. He specifically said, going deep into the playoffs, playing in February. And he's happy that mindset exists in this team. So, he got stuck. Yeah, I'm hoping that Bengals take this opportunity to really come together and make this a good year. Get off to a quick start because we always just mess things up at the beginning of the year. So that's all from Bengals camp right now. All is relatively quiet compared to everybody else or some of the other teams that we'll be talking about.
Y'all definitely have a squad that can compete. I do think that.
This is going to be one of our hardest years, though.
I would say that the Ravens are probably the toughest team in your division right now.
Wait. Ravens.
Hey, stop your nonsense.
This is the YDKJ podcast with Chris, Hubert, and Siri. Now we've added an AI to the host of our lineup, our roster. Our hosting roster. But the Ravens are, in my opinion, not as good as they seem on paper. And I'm saying that as somebody who has to pay them. We have to play them twice, and I really believe that they don't have the wide receivers to make it deep in the playoffs. They may beat us twice, but I just don't think they'll be able to beat really good teams down the line, down the road.
Yeah. I don't see anybody in the division that's going to be. I mean, everybody's saying that the Browns are going to be something.
Mm-hmm. They got potential.
I don't know about all that.
Toughest division in football, AFC North.
It is looking like that so far. Steelers ain't going to be a thing.
They're my sleeper. They're my dark horse. I think they'll make the playoffs.
I don't see it, but yeah, I feel like if you can sneak into the, I think the Ravens will win your division. But I think y'all will get a playoff spot, a wild card spot, and probably come out of the come out of the East or come out of the AFC North. North, no, y'all are.
Yeah, AFC
Yeah,
North.
AFC North.
Yeah,
Yeah,
AFC
yeah.
North.
I was trying to think. Bills are in the AFC East, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I just making sure. Yeah. So I think y'all will come out on top in that division. Or Ravens will come out on top in that division. But if y'all would get a wild card spot, I'm not sleeping on y'all. I'm not. I think it could be a Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes showdown. I don't think that Josh Allen is the guy that's going to take it. I don't think he's had his shot and he's failed twice. So
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
off
think-
the Josh Allen train.
Yeah,
I
I
was
don't-
barely on the Josh Allen train.
I don't
I'm
think
off
the
it.
Bills are going to be as good as they have been in previous years, but they're definitely not going to go back to the NFC or AFC Championship. So, yeah, I think with that blonde hair, I mean he can go anywhere. You can do anything
Yeah,
with a blonde hair. You can do anything.
yeah.
So,
They say blondes have more fun.
all right, moving on to the Eagles. Moving on to the Eagles.
Is that only for women?
Yeah, we're gonna leave that there. I don't have a blonde, so I'm not gonna even go there.
I'm gonna dye my hair blonde in solidarity. I'm gonna dye my hair blonde in solidarity with the Bengals.
Yeah, do it. Do it. I'm gonna grow my hair back out in solidarity for my whole team that has hair. Yeah. So, Eagles news. What I'm hearing from training camp is up and down things. Jalen Hurts, to start there. Our quarterback apparently is on a historic pace for the best offseason he's ever had, which is a weird flex to have. He's not throwing an interception, which is a good thing. He's more in command of the offense. Kellen Moore,
Kellen
our
Moore.
offensive coordinator. Apparently, his play style is really matching up well with Jalen Hurts and what he's liking to do. So I'm hearing good things from the Eagles media. Now, again, it's media, so do I trust it? Nah, I don't trust it. But I will say it is. I've heard from multiple sources that he's doing quite well. So I will take what's the saying? There's truth in numbers. Is that the saying? No, truth in.
Yeah, truth in numbers. Like if he puts up the stats.
Well, like if there's enough sources repeating the same thing, there's got to be some truth to that.
Oh yeah. I see what you mean.
So I kind of put my faith in the fact that there are multiple sources reporting the same thing about Jalen Hurts. So because of that, I am willing to give that kind of like breath. So Jalen Hurts, if he's gonna do amazing things this year, our team can go pretty. I should say my team, not our team. My team. My team can go pretty far in the NFC. I don't know if we'll win the division. We still got the Cowboys to contend to. We've got the
Cowboys.
the Giants apparently are looking hot this year on Hard Knocks.
Is Eli Manning back?
Eli Manning 2.0 is at the helm right now. And they have, they got rid of Saquon. So, they're on the up and up, apparently. So, yeah, there's that. Speaking of Saquon, we haven't heard anything from Saquon. Like, he's not popped. He's not done anything crazy. So I'm still waiting to hear good things in camp about him and how he's explosive and whatnot. He did have that a torn Achilles or not torn ACL a year or two ago. So
Yeah, I think it was an ACL.
it's really hard to come back from any injuries like that, soft tissue injuries like that. But we'll see. we'll see what he can do. But we do in Philadelphia have a stable of running backs that we usually rotate through. So I'm not really worried about Saquon or whatever. What else? Defense. There's mixed bags. I mean, we've drafted a lot of cornerbacks. Quinyon Mitchell,
Quinyon.
Cooper DeJean, already hurt. I mean,
Wow.
got a hamstring injury. He'll be out probably the first preseason game, probably into the second preseason game. We don't know how long he's gonna be out, but that's not a good sign for the young rookie. But I mean, we'll see. I mean, injuries are part of the game, but not this early in your career.
Hey, Joe Burrow had an injury pretty early in his career. Sucked.
That's true, but I mean, Joe Burrow is also he is the team. Cooper DeJean is a part of the team. He's not. He still has a ways to become a star. So I mean, I'm not giving him too much flack for it, but at the same time, that's not a good look to come in and not even practice, like not even practice in training camp. This didn't even happen in training camp. This happened when he was training outside of camp. Like he was doing something else outside of training camp. Like he was still training, but it happened outside of training camp. And yeah, he's not with the team. So when you miss reps like that with your team, it's tough. It's really tough.
What's worse though, like all these people, all these guys getting in trouble and getting arrested and kicked off teams and stuff. Like
like Georgia?
Yeah, this guy from Georgia just got kicked off his team after an arrest. It's like, I feel like that's worse than the injuries, because at least the injury you couldn't really predict. You knew for a fact if you were doing something stupid, you were about to get, either arrested or kicked off the team.
Yeah, I honestly, I'd rather take an injury. I don't know, because both are kind of negatives. Definitely being a criminal is a negative.
But technically you're right, because the criminal you can get off the books, right?
Right. you have an out. They've given you an out.
Yeah.
But
spoken like a true owner.
Technically you could too with injury. There's injury settlements and all this stuff. Insurance that the teams take out on the players. So that way they can recoup their money if they need to. Mm-hmm. However, we spent a lot of capital on our first round picks. Now, actually, Cooper is a second round pick, so still pretty high, but second round pick either way. Anyways, yeah. So that's what's going on defense. I mean, we still got Slay, we still got Ringo, we still got all these corners that we got last year. There's their second year. We got our linebacking core is a little bit suspect, even with the addition of Devin White and some no-name linebackers that we got from New Orleans. Yeah, I'm just not sure what we have on defense. I'm not sure we have on defense. They're gonna have to really prove it this year. I mean, we can only go as far as our defense will as far as Jalen Hurts will take us. But
you got another Trotter, right, on defense?
Jeremiah Trotter. He was hurt too, actually.
Oh, really?
But he came back. He wasn't hurt. I don't think he wasn't hurt as bad.
Dang.
He at least I don't think he missed a lot of practice. But yeah, man, it's one of those things. And we've got a new defensive coordinator, and Vic Fangio. The Fangio system that supposedly works well. We've got the guy that orchestrated it now, and he's apparently an old school defensive coordinator, which means if you ain't puking or bleeding by the end of practice, you ain't did nothing. That's his motto. If you ain't have some physical ailment by the end of practice, you haven't practiced hard enough. So I don't know if that's going to get us any further than it did last year, but that's how old school he is. So
sounds like it's going to put some people on the IR list.
I feel like already he did. So I feel like it's. I mean, it'll make our team tougher. I feel like that's what lacked last year was mental toughness. Going down the stretch when we lost 7 games at the end of the season. So, including the playoff game that we lost. But yeah, that's what's going on in Eagles land. I'm trying to think of anything else that I missed. Can't wait for the preseason game for the Eagles. I think that's next Friday.
Let's go.
And then I can't wait for the season opener. I can't wait for the season opener for any games. It really doesn't matter if it's the Eagles or not.
Season opens what, September 9th? September.
Not sure.
I'll look it up.
Not 100% sure on that. I have been looking at the calendar because if I look at the calendar, school year starts, and I'm not trying to do that right now.
I gotcha.
So I'm trying to stay away from numbers.
I hear you.
Trying to stay away from numbers as best I can. Speaking of, rumor has it that it was between Russell Wilson and Justin Fields. I mean, there's a couple.
Let's go.
There was a couple rumors. There was that, and then there's a rumor that a run of the running backs or wide receivers got hit by the defense that wasn't supposed to and got in a scuffle. I'm gonna run with the Justin Fields, Russell Wilson comments, but I have to corroborate that story a little further before I can really give some takes on it. But either way, we did see a fight in the Steelers training camp this past week. And, yeah, I don't know. A team that fights together.
You usually like to mix it up a little bit, man.
Oh, that's a great catch. He should just went down.
I think he lost yards.
He definitely lost yards. Definitely lost yards.
We won't shout him out. That's embarrassing. His parents are probably in the stands like, what in the world? Oh, that is a nice catch, though. It was a little bit behind him, one-handed it, grabbed it on the hip, but couldn't turn upfield.
So, yeah, sponsor us at YDKJ Podcast. If you want to give your patronage, we will start setting up a Patreon. That way you can support us. And if you support us, we will do more. We're going to do more anyway, but they don't even know that. Anyway, I think I ruined it. I think I ruined it.
It's a secret.
Oh, man, I ruined it. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, so do you have any thoughts on the Steelers fight? Or have you seen it at all or anything?
No, I haven't really seen anything. Training camp, based off of what I've seen, and training camp back in the day when I was a peewee, coaches actually liked the players to mix it up a little bit, get a little fire going, especially early on. It just wakes everybody up. So hopefully, if everything is true that we are hearing, Justin Fields essentially challenging Russell Wilson for that QB1 spot, I think that will pay dividends. Again, the Pittsburgh Steelers are my dark horse for this NFL season. So I believe in Mike Tomlin. I believe they have enough weapons to, if they can get it together, they can go and get a playoff berth. So,
okay.
I like it. I like this news. It's been pretty pedestrian in Pittsburgh for the last couple of years. So
we like
this
pedestrian
is
in Pittsburgh.
Huh?
We like pedestrian in Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I feel like the NFL is better when Pittsburgh is not horrible. Obviously, I don't want them to win, but generally speaking, the NFL is better when Pittsburgh is a contender. So, looking forward to it. I love the drama. They're not on Hard Knocks, right? So
no, it's the Giants that are on Hard Knocks this year.
Yeah, so I'll have to. Guess I'll have to find a source. Where did you get your source?
Twitter.
Okay. I guess.
Sorry, X.
X, formerly Twitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's where I get a lot of my gossip. If I read credible sources, though, I'll go to credible sources. But that's just something I scrolled in on Twitter because I have a bunch of NFL feeds. I guess they're feeds on my Twitter.
Yeah, they have their lists and their feeds and all that.
My algorithm is
Doink. Oh, not a doinker. He missed it though.
That straight miss.
58-yard attempt missed by the Houston Texans kicker.
Yeah,
Fail.
that's not going to end well. I get most of my. Oh, that's a nice little storm that's forming right there. Mm-hmm. Interesting. Most of my news that's related to. Yeah, I get most of my news like that. So, anyways, yeah, we'll see what happens with the Steelers coming here in the next week or so if they bring that back, that camaraderie. Camaraderie? How do you say that word?
Yeah, camaraderie.
Camaraderie? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully they get it
University.
together. Not too much chemistry, but some chemistry.
some chemistry.
Yeah.
Speaking of chemistry, see, that didn't work either. How do you feel about the new NFL kickoff rules, and actually mostly really the rules that are enacted now going forward? To give some backstory, the NFL is going the way of basically the UFL. What they're doing is they're making the teams line up 5 yards between each other, and then they were able to kick it into a certain zone. And if they get it within that zone, they can return it. They kick it out of the end zone. Obviously, there's a touchback. Yada yada yada. So, what do you think about that rule change?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and for the sake of content, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it. But I really, the only rule change I'm interested in is 4th and 15 after a score, replacing the onside kick. But I'll get off my soapbox and I'll talk about this. To me, is
it Dove?
Huh?
Is it Dove?
Dove? I don't know. Maybe, yeah, I use Dove.
Use Dove?
Yeah, Dove for men. Yeah,
So
it's nice.
Soapbox. You said
Yeah,
Dove.
it's nice. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I don't know what type of soap was around back then. It probably was Dove. Who knows? Yeah, so I think this is fine. It's a decent rule change. They're trying to make the kickoff more interesting. I feel like the kickoff is not that interesting. Not 100% necessary, in my opinion. So I guess it will help. I guess there will be better field position for some teams. Some teams may be able to figure it out. Maybe Bill Belichick has an idea where he could somehow, some way get better starting yardage. They say the whole game is about how many yards can you steal. So if you can have an average starting starting position of 25 yards, 30 yards compared to 20 yards back in the day. What do they call that? Where you start the drive? Average starting position? Whatever. I don't know.
Average field position?
Yeah. If you can get a better average field position to start your drives, I think that it's going to be a big deal. Yeah. So I'm not saying it's a bad rule change. I just think that for me to make the game more exciting, you bring in that 4th and 15 as an onside try with 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's the only thing that I'm looking at. That's a huge rule change. All these other things that are like player safety related, it's like the game of football is for men. The game of football is
you are sexist, sir. Women can play it too.
As we watch
equal opportunity
women playing flag football, but no, like it's partly for men because men are dumb enough to go play it and get CTE.
I resent that, sir.
So
I played football.
So did I, and I got a headache. So. I think it's okay. I think the rule is okay. We'll see how it affects.
Attention!
Oh, there it is.
Severe weather is approaching. Please seek shelter immediately.
Boom! And the Hall of Fame game is going to probably be canceled with a couple more minutes left in the third quarter. Warning? Probably. It looks bad. It looks red. It looks angry. So we'll see what happens. I'm interested to get the stats at the end of the season and see if it made a difference, but I don't think it will.
Sorry. I missed it. I just wanted to see if there was a tornado warning. Anyway. Yeah, sorry about that.
No, you're good. You're good.
So, this brings us to my thoughts on the new kickoff rule. I think it's going to take some getting used to. It's good for player safety. The whole spiel with the NFL and all that nonsense. It just doesn't feel like football right now because we're not used to it. For me personally, I'm used to seeing somebody get blown up. I mean, we've come a long way from people getting blindside knockout to, you can just push them on the ground. It's okay. Little scrape, little bruise. It's okay. So, yeah, it's going to take some getting used to for me to be like, yeah, this is a good thing. I don't know if it's a good thing. It's a good thing for the players, and I'm happy for them. They're not going to, like you said, not going to get CTE like that. But at the end of the day, football was football back in the day. We were tougher. I'll say like the older generation, we were tougher as people back in the day. Now we're just soft. Yeah. They're soft, but they're actually living.
We know more now.
Yeah, they're living healthier lives as far as football players. So, yeah, either way, you got to give and take a little bit, but I just hope that everybody has a good season. Nobody gets injured. That's not the reality of football. Everybody's going to get injured at some point. So yeah, there's that. Yeah, the rule change that you mentioned with 4th and 14. With 2 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. I think that's going to be a game changer for a lot of teams. Mm-hmm. I think that's going to give teams the opportunity to respond, drives and stuff. I think the rule that needs to be changed is the overtime rule where if you get a touchdown, I think they changed that. The first team that gets a touchdown, the team has chance to respond. No, they didn't change that.
It's only for the Super Bowl, I think, where you have a chance to respond with a touchdown.
Yeah, I think that rule needs to be amended. I think in all instances, a team that gets a touchdown, if they have that touchdown, the first one to get a touchdown, the corresponding team has the chance to respond to that touchdown. If it's a field goal, obviously you play on, but yeah, so many teams, so many great moments were lost when one team gets a touchdown and it's over. So that's my big complaint for the rule change. I wish that would happen. We'll see how that goes, but
yeah, we'll see.
And lastly, Chris, I know what your prediction is going to be for the Super Bowl. I know it. But for the sake of content.
Do you?
For the sake of course, it's going to be the Bengals. But for the sake of content, who, okay, we'll do this. Give me your top 2 teams that will be in the Super Bowl, NFC and AFC.
Yeah, so I guess I'm just not a very good loyal fan because I was going to say Chiefs and Eagles.
I think you're a better fan than me with the Eagles. Wow.
Yeah, I think the NFC is not looking good. Maybe the Packers can do something in the NFC. Maybe Dallas breaks through finally, but I don't know.
No, Dallas ain't paid nobody, so they ain't going nowhere anytime soon.
Yeah, well, that also means that Dak has something to prove as well if he decides to leave. So they could be a contender, but I just think in terms of who could have a bounce back year like Jalen and who's set up to be successful based off of his weapons, it would definitely be Jalen. So I don't know who else is relevant in the NFC. Maybe the Falcons, barely. Obviously the 49ers, but I think the 49ers, there's got to be a down year eventually for them. So I can see a down year coming for them. The Lions, I hope they're good, but I don't see it. So, yeah, for me, it's like I want to see Patrick Mahomes potentially get 3 Super Bowls back to back to back.
I don't.
And so I think his best chance will be against the Eagles. Gotcha.
Yeah. We're not losing twice to Patrick Mahomes. I'm sorry. We're not going to lose twice to him. I appreciate that you're putting this in the Super Bowl. I think that I think the Lions, the 49ers.
Yep. Try to find another one.
Could be the Packers.
Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard. What about the Carolina Panthers?
Yeah, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. They're going as far as the whole division is going to go, and that whole division is going to be trash for a while.
Okay, Seattle Seahawks.
Seattle Seahawks could do something. They could make some noise. They have a good squad, and
Gino's coming off an injury, though.
They do have Gino, but they got Metcalf. So they got Superman on Superman. So it's all you need, really.
Yeah.
Julio Smith, really? Julio Jones. Who's Julio Smith? Julio. That's how tired I am. Julio Smith. All right, cool. Julio Jones 2.0. So
Yeah.
yeah, I just think that Eagles have a shot, but I don't know if we're that good to take it to the Super Bowl. My prediction, I do think that the Chiefs are good enough to win it again this year, especially with the additions of Xavier Worthy, and Sean Rice, that came back. You know, he's going to do well. Yeah, NFC it's like you said, it's a toss up.
NFC, yeah. It's
could be
I have
the
no
Eagles,
idea
could
who's
be-
going to be good.
It could be the Lions. It could be literally anybody in the NFC. It could be the 49ers. I still don't believe in Purdy. I don't believe in Purdy. And Brandon Ayuk is basically on his way out. So they lose a wide receiver possibly this year. So yeah, I'm not sure if the 49ers are going to be at full strength going forward. So yeah, we'll see. I definitely know that it could come down to the Chiefs. The Ravens could make some noise, but I doubt it.
What about the Jets in the AFC?
That's left to be seen. They say they have a great defense. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that
I
one
don't
either.
know.
I
Aaron
think there's
Rodgers-
probably like 8 teams that are good in the NFL right now. Like actually are legit title contenders.
I mean, that's what everybody's saying. 8 to 12 teams that are coming. We got to talk about the Miami Dolphins. We got to talk about, we could talk about the Cleveland Browns for all I know.
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
there's a lot of teams that
At AFC North, hardest division in football.
yeah, there's a lot of teams that could go pretty far. So I don't know, man. I just know that Patrick Mahomes could get a third one, but I hope anybody in the NFC please knock him out. Not literally. Don't knock him out.
Figuratively
but
speaking.
Figuratively, don't let him
Figuratively.
don't let him bully y'all into getting the third ring, man. Come on now. Somebody got to step up and stop this man. I'm talking junk on y'all. That is your manhood right there.
Yeah, but think about the script, though. Taylor Swift gets her second Super Bowl. Travis Kelce retires and walks off into the sunset. I mean, Patrick
wrote that
Mahomes. I'm writing the script right
okay.
now. But I
Throw
think
that script out.
But I think it's AI.
Throw the script out. Throw the script out.
Patrick Mahomes gets another one, 3, which Brady never did, back
Another
to back
one.
to back. It's legendary, man. It's legendary. It's stuff that you couldn't write it any better. You couldn't think of it any better. So that's what's at stake this season. Obviously, I hope none of that happens. I hope the Bengals win their first Super Bowl.
See, there it is. I knew he was a loyal fan somewhere in there. I knew there was a loyal fan in there somewhere.
Oh,
It came out.
man.
It came out. I'm proud of you, man.
I mean, hey, you have a small window in NFL, well, in any sport. So, yeah, you got to take
Not
it
the
when you get it.
Olympics. The Olympics lives forever.
Yeah, if you're good at the top of your game, like Katie Ledecky.
I was
you see
just thinking about
Ledecky?
her. Michael
That's
Phelps,
crazy.
even though he's not. I don't think he's in it.
Simone Biles.
Simone, like,
You can definitely have a pretty good career with the Olympics. So that's awesome.
but we're not talking about the Olympics.
Oh yeah, that's
know why I
right. That's
brought it
right.
up.
We're boycotting.
We're boycotting the Olympics because I'm a Christian. All right, cool. And that's the end of that. Anything else on your mind that you want to, get off your chest about the NFL before we wrap this thing up?
Nah. Just I hope for once that the Bengals can get off to a quick start.
Quick.
That's really what I want to see this season. I hope that we stay healthy and we're able to get something done. I am a little, sad and disappointed that Justin Jefferson didn't make his way over to the Bengals, but
About that.
it's all good. We were about to be the Bayou Bengals all over, but that did not happen, so that's unfortunate. Do want to give a quick shout out. I lost my aunt a couple weeks ago and headed out to the funeral this weekend, so just wanted to dedicate this pod to her, this episode to her.
Yes, we'll be definitely praying for you and the family.
Appreciate it, man.
Safe travels. And, thinking about your thoughts and prayers, man.
Appreciate
Thoughts
it,
and
man.
prayers.
Appreciate it.
So, with that, we appreciate you guys listening. It is currently 10:30. So,
Golly.
we are not going to stay up the rest of the night for this game.
No, it's in a
Since
weather
this
delay, so we're done.
This is meaningless. This is a meaningless Hall of Fame game. All the Hall of Fame games are meaningless, despite the meaningfulness of the Hall of Fame candidates that have been elected to the Hall of Fame. So, about that. So, yeah.
Yes, sir.
With that, please follow us on the YDKJ podcast. I don't know all the socials. You want to run down the socials real quick?
I can't even remember all of them, but X, formerly known as Twitter, Instagram, obviously the YouTube where we have the podcast. Anywhere you get your podcast, Google Play and Apple Podcasts. We also have like I said, TikTok and a Pinterest. So hit us up there at YDKJ Podcast. We appreciate you guys. Let us know how we're doing and what you want to hear. Football season is almost back.
Yep.
Yeah, almost back. And we got college football starting in a little bit, so we're excited.
And with that, we bid you adieu. Avidase.
You.
Adios.
Arrivederci.
Arrivederci.
I don't even know how to say that.
I don't know of any other languages that I could say goodbye in.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know Russian.
Au revoir? Is that au revoir?
Au revoir, I guess. I don't know Russian or Asian, how they say it. But anyways, thank you for listening. We appreciate your attention, and we will catch you in the next episode of YDKJ Project. YDKJ Podcast. Have a good night.
Peace.
Oh, my name is Hubert.
And I'm Chris Brown.
Now, peace.